Everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in this video I have a video that I've been wanting to do for you guys, and it's a video on things that I have purchased for the baby ever since he was born, ever since I found out I was pregnant, and things that I regret buying. Like, as a new mom, I feel like I really haven't used these things, so I wanted to share with you guys, if you guys are new moms or if you're pregnant expecting your first child. So I just wanted to share with you guys these things that I really haven't used and I regret buying. So if you guys want to watch what the things are, then stay tuned. Okay, so let me start off by saying one thing I did not purchase, the rest I purchased all. So the first thing I did not purchase and I put on my registry list, on my baby shower registry list, is this bathtub. I looked into bathtubs and I wanted a bathtub where I didn't have to have the baby sit on dirty water, like the deep ones where you just sit the baby and the baby's sitting on the dirty water. I didn't want that kind of bathtub, so I went in and I put this one on my registry list. And this one is supposed to have this little thing where you push it in, and it's supposed to hold water in there, and then once you want to get the water out, you just pull this out and, you know, get fresh water. So I feel like every time the baby gets cold, if I'm doing his hair or his body or his feet, like, he'll get cold. I really don't like this tub. It falls apart, like you see this, like it does fall apart easily, like all the time. So and it's not a cheap tub. It was $40 at Bye Bye Baby, but I thought I was gonna really like it, but I don't, and I regret choosing this one and putting it on my registry list. But yeah, I'm still using it. It still does the job, but it's not exactly what I wanted. So that is one thing you guys want to have in mind if you are looking for a tub, something that is going to be easy for you while you are bathing your baby. So let me share with you guys other things that I regret buying for sure. I purchased this swing, and it is by the brand Ingenuity. It still has the music. I have to take out the batteries. We only used it like 3 times, and let me tell you guys, I didn't like it. I did not like it. It's really small, and it says it's up to 25 pounds, and my baby still fits in it, but I just don't like it. I feel like it's an inconvenience. It's really low. I just don't like it. I don't like it, and I regret buying it because we really don't use it. So it looks like this. It's really cute, but I just don't like it. I really don't use it. I feel like, why did I buy it? Another thing I purchased, and I know I am not going to use and I haven't used, is this carrier by the brand Chico. I've used it a few times here around the house just to do chores, because I see people doing chores with their babies on, carrying them, and it just doesn't work for me. I feel like I've tried doing dishes, I've tried cooking, but I feel like cooking is kind of dangerous to do with the baby, because it's like he's right here in front of me and I'm cooking in front of the stove. So I just feel like that's kind of dangerous. His little legs are dangling, his arms all over the place. So I really haven't used this. I regret buying this. Another thing I really regret buying, you guys, is this Moby wrap. Okay, so my baby was born the end of January, so let's say February, March, April, May, June, July. It's been really warm. I really haven't used this. It's really thick material, so that's another thing you guys want to keep in mind, like when your baby's gonna be born and what things you can buy and use according to the material, because to me this is super thick. I can't really go out and use this with the baby. I did try wearing him when he was a newborn, and I feel like he was still sweating, and he was a newborn, because this is pretty thick. Maybe I should have thought about it more and purchased something that was lighter and smaller. Like, this is really big, like big. So I regret buying that, and I was like really excited because I really wanted to wear my baby, and I feel like I can't, like especially right now. He's like a lot heavier now, and it's super hot where I live, so there is no way I can carry my baby like that. One more thing that I want to share with you guys, or I should say I still have a few more things, but this other thing has been sitting in my nursery for a while. I really haven't used this. It is for breastfeeding, and I thought like this would be the perfect shape, because you put this side over here on your waist, so it goes like this on your waist like that, and you put the baby here. Let me tell you, I used it once or twice when he was a newborn, and right now my baby's almost 6 months. I can't use this. He doesn't really fit in this. So, and it is by the JJ brand, and these are like $20. So like I really regret buying this. I thought it was gonna be a good purchase, but I've never used it. Another thing, you guys, I have never used, and it's just sitting there in my nursery, and it is this changing table pad, and it's looking like this. It's nicely, I even bought the covers for it. I bought a few covers for it, but let me tell you, maybe I've used it once since my baby has been born, and I haven't used it since. It just looks really nice in the nursery, because I purchased a dresser that was gonna have enough space for me to put the changing table pad, so I wouldn't have to purchase a separate changing table. But for some reason that dresser is pretty high, pretty tall, and it's really hard for me to change the baby, and I much rather change the baby in the crib, which is so much easier for me. And like I said, I regret buying that because I really don't use it, and this pad was about $30. So I really regret buying these things. And like I said, if you're a new mom or you're pregnant and you want to purchase things, you might want to think about when your baby's gonna be born, what materials you are going to be more useful for you, what things can you really use, or what things can you really need. Like for me, I much rather use like a cushion instead of this, because it supports my baby's head much better than this thing, because this thing is pretty thick. That's pretty thick. So one last thing I want to share with you guys that I totally regret buying was the Rock and Play. And the reason why I purchased the Rock and Play was because I have heard so many YouTubers talk about it. So many YouTubers have it with their newborn babies, and we went out and we purchased it, and my baby did not like it. Every time I would put my baby in it, he would cry, or he would just not sleep in it. And it was so confined. I feel like it didn't really like look like my baby was comfortable in there. Plus his little legs were like folded, and I didn't want that. So I had to return it, and yeah, I really regret purchasing that. And all these things that I know I'm not going to use, because I'm just not going to use, so I regret buying that. So like I said, if you're a new mom or you're pregnant and you're looking to buy things for your baby, think about when your baby's gonna be born, the weather, the time, how many times are you going to be able to use this. And don't buy things because you see them that they're trending online, or like on Instagram, or like on the internet. Think about the things, think about the space you have in your house, because I went out and I purchased all these things, and my house is not big, so so it was starting to look like a store. It wasn't looking like a house, it was looking like a store. I had baby things everywhere. So that you also want to keep in mind that you don't need all these things for the baby. Now I'm learning that as like the baby is growing, I'm learning that, and I want to tell you guys, you don't need all these things that people talk about on the internet. So, and that's another video I want to do of things that are essential for me, things I cannot live without, that have helped me throughout the 6 months with the baby. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.